So in today's video, we're gonna be talking about open gate. I feel that a lot of people still don't know what open gate is. So really quickly, open gate is basically utilizing the whole entire sensor from the width and the height. So on a LUMIX S1 II camera, we're able to get the full sensor readout and we're able to get so much more information, especially from top to bottom. Now, on a camera like the Sony FX3, which by the way, shout out to Evan for letting us use his Sony FX3 as an example camera, you're missing all that information from top to bottom. You're getting a 16:9, so a lot of it is being cut out. So in order to kind of demonstrate this more in an extreme example, I've kind of put these two cameras with the Sony FX3 on top of the S1 II. So technically, both of these were in 16:9. That means that the Sony FX3 should be able to see something like this, and then the LUMIX S1 II should be able to see something more like down below. Why? Because one camera is below and one camera is on top. But what if I told you that the LUMIX S1 II is able to see not only more because it's sitting lower, but also everything that the Sony FX3 is being able to see on top and even beyond. That's really why I wanted to show this test, because I don't feel anybody has really done a test like this. So let's go and cut to these cameras. So I'm cutting to the Sony FX3 and I'm just gonna look behind this monitor. So as you can see, we're able to see just right below the penguin right here. And then basically slightly up above. Again, the camera, the Sony FX3 is on the higher side, so technically you should be able to see. But when we cut to the LUMIX S1 II, one thing that you'll notice, obviously it is sitting below, so we're able to see even further down below, but more importantly, we're able to see even beyond. You see this little white that we have here on my ceiling? I'm able to see this right here on my S1 II, where on the Sony FX3, I can't see that. Now to kind of show you the settings, basically have them almost identical. In fact, I even went a little wider on the Sony FX3. You could see it's actually showing a little bit more on the width, just to even give it a slight advantage. So the Sony FX3 is on a 16-35 lens. So I just kind of dialed it in as close to 24. Again, I gave it more like a 23.5, trying to give it a little advantage. Where on the LUMIX S1 II, we're using their new 24-60 and I'm at full 24. I mean, I can't even go any wider than 24. And you can see here, Evan. So if you look right here, we are at 24. I can't go any wider. We're on the Sony. Again, we're like at 23.5. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see it's still at 24, technically 24. So both on the width-wise are gonna be same. But more importantly, you could see more information now. This has been super important because lately I've been shooting for the last couple months, I've been shooting a lot of basketball games. We've been uploading that content on YouTube, but also a lot of the players want social media content. And the first thing I noticed, because I used to use my Sony FX3, is a lot of times when I was doing the reels, I would lose so much information. Like they would go for a layup, and again, I would get it, but I would miss the basket. This is why open gate is so important, because now that I'm shooting everything with my S1 Mark II, oh my gosh, I'm able to see the basket and beyond, and I'm able to cut these reels and just have so much more information. Again, open gate, as much as people are gonna tell you, I don't need open gate, it's hype, it's all BS. Open gate is super crucial, and this is why I wanted to make this video, to show you that everything that the FX3 is able to see, so is the S1 II, and it's not in the same playing field. It's actually, the FX3 is above. So anyway, I feel like this video is hopefully informative for you guys. And you guys can see like how awesome and amazing open gate really is. So yeah, that's kind of like the quick, I don't know how long this video is gonna be, maybe 5 minutes, quick 5-minute tutorial on open gate and why every camera moving forward in 2025 and beyond, like any camera that I purchase that I'm gonna actually spend my money, has to have open gate, or personally, I'm not buying it. Anyway, my name is Armando. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.